you don't need everybody on your list. You don't need everybody on your Facebook. You don't need hundreds of thousands of followers. You just need the right people. A valuable email list of 1,000 people, 1,000 quality people is much more valuable than a list of 10,000 people who aren't the right target people for your business. And so that's the entire concept for today. You don't need everyone. You need the right ones. I put in here that a lot of small town businesses waste 90% of their marketing budget trying to get everyone's attention. Now, that might just seem like a stat pulled out of thin air, and it is, but it's based, the number is not exact. There's no data to back that up other than what I see, which is businesses spending money on marketing their business in ways that is just kind of a spray and pray model. And it's not targeted. They have no follow-up mechanism. They are just putting information out there for everybody. And once again, I say you don't need everyone. You don't. You just need the right someone. And this even goes for broader businesses. Like I do have a coffee shop, as you all know. I don't necessarily need everyone because not everyone drinks coffee or likes caffeine or whatever. I need the right people who like the kinds of products that I sell, and I only need to get in front of them. And a great example of that with some targeted marketing is I really target a lot of spaces where there are moms, parents who actually will come through and get treats for their kids, et cetera, right? I don't necessarily advertise to truckers who are going to buy gas station coffee, right? So it's just a difference. And it's not a right or wrong. It's just a difference. So you don't need 10,000 followers. You need 100 loyal customers or whatever that number may be. You don't have to go viral, but you need to be remembered by the people who actually buy your products and services. A lot of marketing out there is just not strategic. It's just loud noise. For example, and you guys have heard me preach on all these things before. None of this is really new. It's just a different way of looking. It's just a different angle of looking at marketing strategy. For example, random boosted posts. Anytime I hear somebody say they use the boost post or they were running ads on Facebook and then I come to find out they were using the boost button, I just cringe because there's no strategy there. It just blasts it out there. You waste your money. Generic flyers. I still see printed flyers in places and it may work in some cases, but a lot of times that's just a waste of money. And there's no tracking mechanism that people use on these. And then radio. I had a discussion with a friend of mine who owns radio stations. And they are still out there and in some markets and ways thriving. But when you just put radio ads out there that just blast to whoever, it doesn't usually work. Like I want to get in front of the exact right people. I don't want to just blast my message out there. And I put on here that the best brands don't chase attention, but they actually attract it, right? So they're not running after and pursuing whatever they can get their hands on. They are building an image, a messaging system, an entire brand that attracts the right people to them, to their business. They want to become the go-to place for busy parents. So specifically, these busy parents identify as, hey, this is the place that I need to be. That's for me, right? The must-stop shop before work. That's one of the things I want for my coffee shop. I want to be the place you've got to stop before you get to work. I don't want to just be random gas station coffee or just whatever, but I want to be like the place that you got to go to get your coffee, your breakfast sandwich, whatever, that's like quality and gets you ready for work specifically. And I also want to be a brand that feels local, right? Even though I am a franchise, I'm not a solo location per se, I'm a franchise location. I still want it to feel local. And I want people to feel that connection. And people who care about local ownership and local businesses and supporting local businesses, I want them to feel like I'm a place to support. So I always tout our local ownership. I get involved with local organizations that have that feel good element for the community, right? And that's the kind of attention that I want to attract to my business. Parents, working people, people who care about local community connections and local involvement, because those are core customers who are dedicated, who have the income to spend on my product, and that will come and make it a habit. And so those are the strategies and the reasons why I try to attract those people. A lot of businesses, I didn't word this correctly, but a lot of businesses actually narrow their focus until their message is too specific for anyone else. So that almost is a nice way of saying that we're excluding people. We're not excluding people to an extent, but we are. We're actually saying, hey, this is who this is for. If that's not you, you can move on. That's okay. That might seem scary as a business, but we can't be everything to everyone. That cliche saying that we've all heard, that we all know, it's okay. We don't want to try to be everything to everyone. We want to narrow our focus. The businesses that are winning are narrowing their focus until their message is too specific for anyone else. Even with Ruralpreneur, I'll give an example. I wanted to start out talking to small town entrepreneurs about business and marketing and growth, right? And I've even narrowed this really to specifically marketing strategies for small town businesses. I don't talk about operations. I don't talk about executing. I don't talk about financing your business. I don't talk about starting your business. Really, I don't talk about all of those other topics that we could even talk about with rural entrepreneurship, right? Even though this is called the ruralpreneur, it's really just about marketing and growth. That's what I talk about 98% of the time. And then specifically on that side, I really focus on digital marketing. I mean, I mention things about radio and billboard, et cetera, when I'm making points, but I really always go back to focusing and niching down on how can we use digital marketing to grow your business that is targeted and strategic and helps you build an audience that you can own. Like that's what almost everything that I talk about points to at the end of the day. And I want to attract people who are interested in that because those are people that I can do business with. Those are people that will hire me to help them with their marketing, with their strategies in the long term. So I am focused with my message and trying to attract those people. So the goal isn't to be known by everyone, it's to be chosen by someone. And when your message hits the right people, your marketing stops feeling like you're gambling, right? And it starts feeling like gravity. And what that means, that gravity means is like you can actually feel the momentum coming your way. It feels consistent, predictable, and it's starting to weigh you down. If you've ever been through a period of hyper business growth where you're doing everything you can just to keep up because so much work is coming in, that's what that feels like. And I've been in that position multiple times before with previous businesses, and it's a great feeling. It's fun. And that's when you know you're getting in front of the right people because they're all coming to you to solve their problem, to serve their needs, whatever it may be. And it's just a great feeling to have. And that's the feeling that we all want to replicate over and over and over in our businesses.